It must be pretty late there. Hello, Hyde.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, microphones are working now. Well, yes, good morning to you, Hyde. It's early morning. And I know it's the early morning where Luba is, too. What time is it where you are, Luba?
3 in the morning.
Whoa! That's late. Wow. Have either of you attended my Tell Me a Story class before?
I have never done it.
Okay, excellent. German, have you attended this class before?
No, Simon, first time.
That's probably because this is the first time I've offered it.
Nice.
So, take a look at this picture, for example, that I have, that I'm broadcasting. Forget the title up at the top. What we're going to do in this class, it eventually is the same format as describe what you see, but with a twist. Instead of describing what you see or describing what comes to mind, I want you guys to imagine yourselves as being writers, authors of short stories. And you're all crazy. Well, not crazy, but you've got these strange ideas. And what we're going to try to do is see who can tell a more bizarre or strange story. What'll happen is I'll let German talk for about a minute, and he'll tell a bit of a crazy story using this image as the starting point. Right? This is what you use to come up with these ideas. This is your starting point for your story. So after talking for a minute, then Hyde will take over the story. Now Hyde might think, oh, this is stupid, what German has said. So Hyde can change it as much as she wants. But you have to transition. Then after Hyde has spoken for a minute, we'll go to Raymond, and Raymond will continue the story. It'll get a little stranger maybe, and then Luba, and then Amp. And that's how we play this. Well, we don't play this class. That's how we... Geez, I must be getting tired. I can't speak anymore. That's the syllabus. Okay, so it's a very simple class. What really makes this class go very, very well, if you guys just think of the most bizarre stories you can think of, you make it silly, don't take it too seriously. What really does help, though, is if there's a certain vocabulary you guys want to practice, try to incorporate the vocabulary that you've been learning today or this week. My focus in terms of vocabulary is I'm going to be showing you guys animal pictures. I'm going to change the images infrequently. I might decide it's time to change up the image, and that'll give you guys more ideas. So this is really the second time I've had this class. In my Describe What You See class last week, we started practicing and working with this idea, and it went very, very well, and it was very, very funny. Edson was one of the craziest guys in the class, and you know, it's funny, just as soon as I'm talking about Edson, he appears. So Edson really, really, you got to listen to him because he has some really crazy ideas on how to tell stories. So Edson, we're talking about last week when we did this class, we told stories based on the images. So I'll stop talking now. What I'm going to do is give each of you 1 minute of talk time. Don't rush. Just take your time. And let's tell a story together. Let's see how crazy we can make this story. Amp, how would you like to start us off?
It's a story about a pet that used to live with a family in a small farm around the valley, and the owner likes to put her a lot of things on her and her hair in order to see better. But it seems that the dog doesn't like the idea too much, and that is why we can see her face in the picture. It's like it's annoying. I don't want to use this flower on my ear, and the dog just well follow the owner just to receive the food and all the care that she provide her. And every morning they goes to through the valley um, to help her with the animals.
Okay, thank you. Edson, continue the story.
The dog. Let's see.
Guys, you got to read the group chat. I've been typing in there what Amp was saying, so try to continue the same story that she has. You've got 30 seconds left.
The dog. I don't know what to say.
All right, well, I'm going to have to skip you then, Edson, because we just got dead air here. Nothing's happening. So just pay attention, listen, and use those creative juices of yours next turn. All right, Francisco, you're up next. Amp was talking about this dog that lived on a farm, and the family dressed it up, and the dog goes, I hate this, but this is how I get fed. So Francisco, continue the story, please.
Okay, this is a weird story about this little dog. He always, at first he didn't want to wear flowers in its ears, but sometimes something happened that he liked to wear this kind of flowers in his ears. So every spring, he the pet.
Francisco? Okay, German, why don't you continue for us then?
Okay, but the story is not about this lovely dog. It's about the owner of the dog, who's called Simon. Simon is a psycho killer by night and a lovely English teacher by day. And Simon loves killing people, but he's very smart. And he's always trying to find a new big team. He likes to kill elderly people. I don't know why, but that's what he likes because he's a psycho killer, and there is no reason. But um, he's being investigated by the FBI, and a very smart detective comes to the town to investigate her crimes, and
Time is up. And do you know what a psycho killer's favorite song is? Does
no.
anybody know? Here, let's play a little bit for you here.
Face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. Can't sleep cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
So that's Psycho Killer's favorite song, Psycho Killer. All right, thank you very much, German, for that really bizarre story there. Changing completely away from the dog, but you have creative license. Well done, Raymond. Hello, Raymond.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Simon.
Hi, it's your turn. I'm giving you a minute as well. German has taken this nice story about a little dog being dressed up into a crazy psycho killer. You can take the story and change it as much as you want. You also have a minute. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Uh, the psycho killer suddenly decided to kill the dog, but he realized that the dog is not a dog. He is a dragon, but not a normal dragon. It's a zombie dragon. And the dragon, which was a dog in the past, started to, yes, that is a zombie dragon. Start to hunt the psycho killer, and now the psycho killer feel himself as a powerless guy, which also was a powerful because she liked to kill everyone. But at this time, probably the psycho killer will be killed and eaten by the zombie dragon, and that's it.
Wow, that's crazy with 8 seconds left. And you know, all I can really say is Psycho Killer song. It's very interesting by Talking Heads. The chorus. Yeah, this is a weird class. It's turning out that way already. All right, thank you very much, Raymond. Now, Luba, I'm wondering if you can bring some sort of rationale or normality to this story that's gotten very, very strange. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
So they were in the forest, and that zombie dragon was hunting their serial killer, and suddenly there was thunderstorm and lightning, and that lightning struck them both, and they turned out to be a wolf and a girl. A dog turned into a girl, and that serial killer turned to be a wolf, and they understood that they have to find something in the dark wood, and in order to do that, they had to become friends. But the problem was that they couldn't move their legs, their feet, and they were stuck, and they were waiting for something. And at the same time, they heard a noise.
Time's up. So Amp is going to have to tell us what they were waiting for. Why were they stuck? Amp, continue the story.
They were stuck because they can hear some steps over there, and it was the man from the FBI that he was still around, trying to grab this hunting to grab the killer, and he was following his movement because he wasn't convinced about the story that be a shepherd with a small dog taking care of them, not at all. So this guy just was there even when his boss had said that he can't leave the case because he didn't have any proof yet, but he said that he wants to go for himself because it was a challenge for him, and it was a different story, and he thought that maybe he can get more points with his boss.
Thank you. All right, so it's turned into a criminal case. We have the FBI on the scene. Hi, Edson.
Hello.
Hello. You weren't ready for the class. You're surprised, aren't you?
Yes, exactly.
From the
And now I
guy
am.
killing snakes and everything in the last class. Well, Edson, you've got a minute. We've introduced the FBI. You know, it's gotten a little different now. So you've got the story. If you want, I can give you 2 minutes because you didn't really have your last turn. So I'll give you up to 2 minutes, but you talk for as long as you want within that 2 minutes. Okay, Edson?
Thank you. Okay. So the agent was walking in the forest in looking for some evidence of the criminal, but there was no evidence. Instead, there were just snakes, wolves, and zombies. Suddenly, he saw a zombie and transformed in a zombie, like the zombies. And the zombies were eating trees because they are hungry, and eating some snakes. And suddenly, a lion came and want to kill the zombies, but the zombies were very expert and they run away. But unfortunately, some walls appeared in front of them and was not possible to run away. And then the lion came walking slowly, and some snakes tried to kill the lion, but it was not possible because the lion killed the snakes instead. And then the zombies took a piece of tree and then attached the lion. But the lion was more expert and just threw itself in front of the zombies, and then the zombies just killed, and the lion stayed there eating the zombies, but unfortunately the lion transformed into another agent and and captured the snakes and some birds like wolves inside the
Wow.
forest.
Thank you very much, Edson. So certainly not at a loss for words this time around. Okay, well, great. I'm going to set the timer back to 1 minute. German, you've got so much to work with there. So much to work with. Time starts now.
Okay, but suddenly from the stars, they were looking at but from the stars arrives a UFO, and everything was frightening and dark, a huge darkness, and a big spacecraft arrives to the Earth to fight against the zombies, and the hero of this scene was Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker arrives with his sable,
Saber?
light space sable. I don't know the name.
Yeah.
Sable, yeah, and killed all the zombies. They were very. He was very fast for killing the zombies, but Darth Vader arrived to the Earth too, and they were fighting.
Thank you very much. So with all the zombies taken care of and the lion off chasing snakes, the temperature dipped a little bit. All of a sudden it became a little chilly. Fog started to build up. You could see in the distance the clouds. They were lightly lit, as though from the moonlight. But something wasn't right. Something felt strange. I didn't feel alone, but I knew something was wrong. It's hard to say what it was. I wasn't afraid, but I was curious. So I set off. I set off towards the light, as though something was calling me. Sam, it is now your turn. You have 1 minute to continue the story.
Okay. Um, um, I know that everything is new for me, and when I was looking around, nobody is. I couldn't find anyone, and I know the outside the truth of behind this behind this curious and place. But one thing I have noticed that the cloud is try to cover try to cover my, this situation. And when I move my head up and watching and watch to the sky, I
Thank
felt
you. Time
that.
is up. What did she feel? She looked up to the sky and she felt. And now we go back to Amp. Unfortunately, we lost Luba. She's been having troubles. If she comes back, I'll put her next in line. Amp, the story has changed a lot from that little dog that we met. Continue for us, please. Amp? Amp? Earth to Amp. I see that. Edson, would you like to continue for us?
Yes. And suddenly a lot of clouds appeared in the sky, but fortunately disappeared due to the some spacecraft and some aliens comes from another galaxy, and they start civilization on Earth, and they start killing humans, start killing animals, start making deforestation. Everything that appears in front of them was killed or destroyed. They draw lakes, rivers, and they took every kind of suspicion in their lives that would be a person to kill them. And suddenly they invaded the earth and got every place they could.
No, killing is back. It's terrible. All right, German, I don't know what's going on here. Please tell us more. Tell us more.
They were killing the whole humanity, but a new child born. And this child was special because he had superpowers. He can destroy aliens with his mind, and so he was the main competitor against the aliens, and he started to destroy these aliens and was the hope of the humanity. And he got married with an alien girl, and they had a new special baby, half human and half alien. And he was very, very special because was the first kind of hybrid.
Thank you very much. Hybrid aliens from German. All right, Raymond, maybe you can bring us back to reality here. Maybe we can get back to the FBI, or maybe you're just going to keep us up in the stars. Raymond, you have a minute.
Okay. And as soon as they discovered there was aliens involved in this history, they gave up the FBI and they called the MIB because they're specialists on that. And they discovered that zombie dragon in the past, in fact, works for the aliens, and that's why it was on the Earth. And people start to dig this story and find out there are too many aliens controlling some people, and that's why they are hunting everywhere, but they are not easy to find because they can transform into trees in other person and even in objects. So even in a bear in the park, especially this bear because it's kind of crazy. And that's
All right,
it.
thank you very much. Now, when I put the image up there, you don't have to change to it right away, but I do expect you guys to pull inspiration from it. All right? Sam, please continue.
Okay. One day, that kid alien went to the jungle, and because he almost tried to live the place where people in his surrounding. But unfortunately, when one day when he went to and he found a bear, and that he was very hungry and thirsty. So when a bear was found a alien baby, that where he start starving, and he tried to catch and try to eat, but the alien baby is really uh, also really curious about that what kind of animal is this, because that was
Thank you.
his first time.
All right. So all the animals in the forest, they'd run and they'd scamper, they'd ran away. They're afraid. They'd never seen anything like this before. Not in a long, long time. The most strongest and toughest animal in the forest, the black bear, stared in astonishment, his tongue hanging down. Not afraid, but stunned. Stunned in disbelief. What is this that I'm seeing here? The scene before me. Zombies, aliens, killing. It's crazy. But then all of a sudden the bear saw something a little different. The mood started to change. And then Amp continued the story.
Well, the bear was a little aggressive because he had been on the earth for a long time alone, and just looking at another species in front of him. At the beginning, it was like a shocking and the same reaction that the alien had. But because when the bear was small and he was alone, and he wants to play with another animal, with another species, and even when the bear its appearance was aggressive, then they had a good relationship, and they start just meeting each other, and walking through the forest. Um,
Thank you very much. All right, Edson, continue the story, please.
Suddenly squirrels, bears, humans, snakes, everybody tried to help the Earth in fighting the aliens, but they had superpower. They could get in control of the situation, of everything. They stopped men from moving. They stopped snakes from moving as well. They stopped everything. They make the trees got alive and start killing the squirrels, the
Wow.
bears, and the human. And suddenly a lake formed among the animals, among the human being. And from the lake surged a dragon who helped the aliens to kill everybody on Earth, and the trees start taking the human beings through in the universe, in other galaxies, and every other animal. The trees help with the dragon.
Thank you very much. All right. Well, we're coming up to the halfway point of class, and I'm going to stop for a couple of minutes. So now I love when Edson's on fire, especially Edson and German together. It just gets really crazy. We got aliens. We've definitely got killing. Usually there's snakes and lions involved. But even when I have a cute little squirrel here, somehow I think Edson's thinking of a zombie squirrel. Now, I don't know what you guys think a zombie squirrel would look like, but I think it'd be pretty scary. Let me see if maybe. Oh wait, I think I just found a zombie squirrel. No, that's not a zombie squirrel. Oh, here we go. That looks like a zombie squirrel. But it always gets very, very interesting. And that's what I want to challenge you guys to do. I love the fact that you're just going with whatever comes into your mind, but I also want you guys to try and focus on vocabulary that you have learned from other classes you've taken this week. Work it into the story. Use this as a quiz, a test, to help you reinforce those words. So I did promise I'd show you what a zombie squirrel looks like, and, well, here's one right here. Look at that scary zombie squirrel. Sorry, I know it's not very good, but it's the best I've got to work with right now. All right, German, you are up next. 1 minute, please. Oh, let me ask you guys. So we've been doing 1 minute. Are you guys happy with 1 minute, or would you like to try 2 minutes? Let me know by typing in the group chat. Votes for 1, 1 vote for 2. 1, so 3 ones. 1 it is. Okay. All right. So German, take it away for us.
The psycho killer teacher, English teacher, returns from the dead for saving the earth. He decided to fight against the aliens, against the zombies, against everything. He claims the power because he has the power and the smart thinking, and he wins. He defeats all the aliens and all the zombies, and now he is the new king of the earth. And everybody loves him because he's the hero of the earth, and he has a new kingdom and a new name for this planet.
So the teacher's now a zombie killer hero. Very, very strange. All right, Raymond, it's up to you to continue it. Maybe bring some reality into this, or maybe take it and make it darker. It's up to you.
So the farmer killer, the teacher, which was a bad guy in the past, now is not a good guy, but he is the enemy of my enemy. That's the thing people start to say on the earth. So he uses his abilities of mass killing to start to hunt the aliens. And at that time, aliens are kind of scared about him because people are supposed to be scared about aliens, not the contrary. So some aliens started to talk about themselves, and some of them decided to run away of this planet because we are too crazy and too violent to then colonize us. And that's it.
All right, thank you very much. All right. I'm going to change the story a little bit. I'm going to start a new one for you guys. You know, Timmy was sitting down by the sand pit, playing with his toys, and all of a sudden he heard this rush of leaves, and something was running through the forest, and he couldn't understand what it was, and he heard screaming and squelching and noises, and he all of a sudden stood up. Now, Timmy was only about 2 or 3 years old, so everything was so big and so loud and so different. And what did he see? He saw this cat come running out of the forest chasing after this big dog. Now, this dog was a nice, what you would call family pet. He was a happy dog. But this cat, you would swear it was like a zombie cat. Its fur was tattered and torn, and it obviously wasn't well fed. I think it was hungry. And maybe it wanted to... Oh, wait. My time is up. Sam, continue the story, please.
Okay. Timmy's dog. Okay. So, yes, Timmy, one day he was one day he was running around backyard of his house, and when he found a cat, was very angry, and he tried to play with him, but the cat looks so furious, and it might be hungry. So she was trying to Timmy trying to play with cat, but the cat doesn't. So he was running away from cat, but cat trying to catch, and he was looking. He was so furious, and but the cat is curious about and want to jump on the tinny, and
Thank you.
he.
So the cat jumps onto Timmy and Amp. Take it over from there.
No, Timmy was scared because he thought, no, I'm bigger than the one, but this cat is aggressive. I thought it was a little more friendly. And he tried to run away, and it was funny to see that a big animal was scared because of a smaller animal. And the cat was really furry. But then Timmy had an idea that he knows where his owner turned on the service of irrigation. The cat get wet, and because he didn't he hated to get wet, he ran away, and this was the weapon that the dog found to let the cat far away from him, because he was aggressive with his paws.
Aggressive cat. All right. Well, I don't know what to say because Edson's next, and I'm not sure where this story's going to go from here. Edson, you have a minute.
It was night, during the night in the backyard. A kid approached and started playing with the cat and the dog.
Uh-oh.
But suddenly, during the night, a ghost suddenly approached from the backyard and scared everybody. And the little kid and the two of animals run into the house and start making a mess in the kitchen. Was impossible to deal with that situation because the cat was trying to scare the dog, but the dog just pulled jump inside the sofa and dropped some dishes, and suddenly the mother got home and tried to catch the cat, but was not possible.
Thank you. And by the way, Edson, you can go back to aliens whenever you want. I'm just trying to show you images to, I don't know, give you something to base your story on if you've got nothing better. But feel free to go as long and as far away from the images I show you as you wish. German, can you continue the story?
And because of the disaster of the house, the mother suffered a heart attack, and the dog calls to 911, and and an ambulance arrives to the house. And for luckily, a good doctor arrives to the house and saves the mother, and they fall in love forever, and they have a family and more cats and more dogs and a few kids. But one of those kids has like an alien face. They don't know why, but it was very weird. Maybe because of...
Well, German, how very romantic. Raymond, it's your turn.
Okay. And that ugly cat who looks like an alien, and definitely was not an alien. It was a fairy. Uh, he lived among the trees, and he was able to transform in many animals, many different animals. He was also able to do some sorcery, and that's why people are scared about him. But not everyone know his history. And the cat, which is not a cat, it's a fair, is trying to escape because there is some people who are able to hunt a person who are able to cast spells, and they have magic as well, but they just use magic to hunt people who are able to cast spells.
All right, Sam,
And the
continue
cat
for
is
us,
running
please.
away.
Okay. Yeah. So a fairy is one day fairy is in a jungle, and um, she was uh, trying to go back uh, to their house, and because she missed, and nobody know the mystery of this fairy, but she was trying to find place, but unfortunately she forgotten her house because she lost her magic, and how she forgotten, okay, and how she arrived over there. So one day when she was trying to recall his memory and try to again try to magic about how to go back their house, but she was looking around, nobody was there, and she was alone. She was thinking in this way.
Thank you. Anne, continue for us, please.
A small bug was around and he was looking at her, and when she tried to use her power, this bug suffers a transformation, and it becomes bigger. So he was asking himself what the kind of power this woman has, and he approached to her, and so she noticed what she had said, she had done, and he said, well, my powers hasn't gone, but I just need to be more precise in order to find the place that I used to live. And the 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 bug just became the animal that was useful for her.
Thank you. Edson, continue for us, please.
The mother was she didn't realize that she was pregnant, and suddenly her stomach was getting bigger and bigger, and just she got alive an alien, and the alien started killing everybody in the house, was destroying the house, every part of the house was being destroyed, and the neighborhood tried to catch the alien, tried to get in the jail, but it was not possible because the alien had superpowers that it control the humans, control everything that humans was doing and was thinking. And suddenly a ghost came and tried to catch the alien, but it was not possible because even the ghost was scared with the aliens, and the ghost run away. And suddenly the ghost transformed in some snakes, and the snakes tried to twist the alien.
And then German continued with.
Oh, this is hard. And but a little boy called Harry Potter uses his magic to exterminate the aliens and the snakes and the dragons and the zombies and everything. And he saved the world, but after that he dies instantly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pity because he was the hero, but he dies, and the Earth returns to the normality, and and
And
and I don't know what else. Next.
and then this ferocious raccoon with a gun. I mean, a tiny, tiny little raccoon jumps up on this tree-like creature. Everyone looking on and thinking like, but this is a raccoon. What could it do? Why does this have a gun? It's a raccoon. I know raccoons are ill-tempered, but what a strange, strange creature. What is he up to? Is he a good raccoon or a bad raccoon? Everyone started to back away because any raccoon can be dangerous, let alone a raccoon with a phaser. All right, Raymond, continue the story for us, please.
And that crazy shooting raccoon was fighting in that crazy war against aliens, magicians, and everyone. And no one knows why that weapon is able to to damage those kind of creatures. And suddenly, this animal here is Squirrel, that name. And this little squirrel with bombs in his mouth, he started to spit that bombs in the aliens and in the other monsters. And the monsters, at that time, they started to run away. But I think they won't give up. They are just run away for a while to start a new strategy against this planet.
All right, thank you. Sam, continue for us, please.
Okay. This animal is new for them, and that was curious about it, and it looks very different, and it's surrounding everywhere and try to search uh, their what they want because they are so hungry, and think about that how he get it. So they look very different, and because due to dehydration, and so he's searching here and there their food, and because this space is new for that,
Thank you.
and
All right, well, I'm going to end story time now, but it doesn't mean we end the discussion. I want to talk with each of you about your thoughts on this class, what you thought is challenging, what you like, what you would like to see done differently. Edson, let me start with you. This is the second class we've done like this, and I've spun it off as a new type of class. Tell me your thoughts.
Yes, I like this class so much. You know, you need to get up word by word that you are saying because you are being challenged. You know, it's very important if you wanna learn English. You know, and about this story is amazing. So we can learn about this story because you know you need to get alive on other characters and people, you know, and transform in something like this. It's very very good. I like it.
Okay, terrific. Well, I think I have another one of these classes this week. And I have some images to start off the class, but then it changes based on the story. I don't really want to change the images too much because I really just want to let you guys just take the story and run with it wherever you want. So I'm glad that you like it. What I might also suggest is, knowing that you're coming to this class, maybe get a list of words, vocabulary, to have handy, and try to challenge yourself to use as many of those words as you can. Because it's tough when you've got a minute. What new words could I use? Okay. All right. So next, and Amp just left us. So German, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I like this class because it was different, and like Edson says, you have to put attention to your partners and what they are saying, because you have to continue the story and you cannot get lost. And that is good for improving your listening skills, and also for your speaking and your creativity, because you have to be creative, creating stories all the time. And maybe, like a suggestion, you could add some words or phrases that we have to use in our image or our part of story, and that could be more challenger. And yeah, just that. Congratulations for the class. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. But I'll challenge you to come up with the words, as I was saying to Edson, because when I'm presenting the images, it becomes very difficult to keep up with the changes in topics and find words and images. What I think would really help reinforce what you're currently learning, all the different classes you're in, both mine and other teachers, pull a few words from those classes, words you're having trouble with, words you've introduced, and bring them to class and practice using those. I don't want to, and I think this class I went too far. I showed you guys too many images, which changed the story too much, and I think it's best if we kind of stick to maybe a handful of images and then just let your own imaginations go, because I don't want you guys looking at the image and then changing your story. I want you listening to your fellow students and changing the story. And I think that's a better approach. All right. Raymond, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this new class format.
On this kind of class?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like. I think it's interesting. It's a great opportunity to practice and not just speak, but pay attention to other students saying something. And I think it's interesting because of that, personally.
All right. Have you taken classes like this before?
No, as far as I remember, no.
Okay.
That's the first one.
If you were to be in control of this class, what's one thing you would do differently?
I don't think so. I think I wouldn't change anything, at least for now.
Okay. Fair enough. And Sam, you're also new to this class. What did you think of this class?
Yes, I agree my all classmates, because their suggestions are almost good, and I think that this kind of the class I also never attend before, and I think we people get a chance more to talk, and especially when we haven't a lot of vocabulary. And one thing I would like to suggest, that when you are changing the images, if you add some vocabulary we have learned, for example, in your class or and other class as well, and it's not necessary we have learned, because this is the learning way. And if you add with images some vocabulary, so it's easy for us. We can use the words, vocabulary as well, and also images. And I think when we change a story within 1 or 2 minutes, and we also create our mind, and we more focus on that what we are saying and what our other classmates are saying. So I think it's a good way to not only learning, but you also create because this is our second language, and it's very hard to, first of all, you understand what you want, and when you are trying to tell them, it's more harder. So yes, I like it.
Okay, well, again, back to the vocabulary, and this is where I think it would be very helpful. When I used to teach vocabulary classes, what I would do is I'd Google, and this would only take a few minutes before class, for example, alien vocabulary. And just type that, and I get a ton of stuff. Because this is a very dynamic class, so if I get you a bunch of words and I seed them before class, it's kind of like showing you too many images. It kind of sets the tone of the conversation. Whereas if you're on Google, and for example, I'll type, let's see, I'll do it right now, alien vocabulary. All of a sudden, there's a ton of stuff that comes up. Right? And sometimes I just click on images, and you'll see in there that it has a whole bunch of vocabulary related to aliens. And the different meanings of it. Maybe I want to do zombie. Okay, so zombie vocabulary. Zombie vocabulary. And so zombie vocabulary word lists come up. So that way, depending on where you want to take the story, you guys are the ones that are choosing how creative we get instead of me charting it. Because I really want you guys to choose the words, because you're going to pull the vocabulary based on what you need instead of me setting it. I don't know all the teachers you talk to, and to be honest, I don't listen to other teachers, so I don't know what they're teaching. And we don't get together, so we don't know what classes and what subjects are being taught. I can't pull that. But to make this, and this is an advanced class, to make this more dynamic for you, that's what I would suggest. Have one small window available on your desktop, be it Google, where you can type in and pull those words. And that can help. Now, what I do tend to do in the class when I'm not trying to find images all the time is you'll actually see I type. And I'll throw words up there. Sometimes it's what you guys are saying. Sometimes I'll add words in there. And that I don't mind doing. I don't mind adding the running commentary. And if I'm not flashing images up all the time, I'm able to do more commentary, which I think would be more beneficial, is having that commentary. So the next time I have this class is on the 20th. If you go and follow this link, you'll see the time in your local time zone. I only have one class tomorrow, but I'm thinking of offering a conversation class on El Nino. Would anybody be interested in that? Maybe not. Okay, well then I won't be offering that then. But class is essentially over now. Thank you guys for participating and really getting into this. I love the fast-paced aspect of this. And next class, we'll see. It'll change a little bit. It's going to morph and change because this is really the second class doing this. So it's all very new to us. We'll make it better. I'll figure other ways to address some of the vocabulary, which will give you guys the tools. But I hope to see you guys again in a couple of days when we have this class again.
Thank you.